Well, we've got Singularity taking on Barcelona here. And Turtle, how do you feel about this particular matchup?
I am upset.
If you can hear me.
I've been disrespected. I am not Turtle. But it's
no,
okay.
but you're just as pretty as he is. So
you're sweet.
It'll work out. We got Barcelona taking on Singularity here. One team at 3 wins, one team at 2. You heard him on the desk here for Singularity. This is pretty much a must-win game. Do you think that they've got it in them here?
You know, I actually think Singularity stands a little bit better of a chance than a lot of people give them credit for, believe it or not. I think Tho had a heck of a series yesterday in their game, and Barça, they did lose to Dignitas, but it was still a great series. I definitely give Barça the edge, no doubt. I think overall across the board, they just have, the higher, baseline level of play. Like if you had both teams at like their worst, Barça is just going to be better. And so I think the ceiling is a little higher, despite there's a lot of potential for Team Singularity to have a fantastic offense. I just don't think they have the tools to consistently get it going against Barça.
Yeah, and I Singularity, like consistently get it going. I 100% agree. On the day, maybe they ate their Wheaties this morning and they're ready to go, because like we've seen them take it to the best of them. We've seen them beat Vitality and get the upset of the season. So it's possible on any given day that Singularity could show up here. But I do agree that Barca's consistency, I think, is important here, and I think Barcelona also is in no way going to be sleeping on Singularity. I think that they understand the importance of this match. They understand that they're currently at 3-2. They don't have a lot of wiggle room here. They need this win as much as Singularity does. So we'll see how it goes. Now, of course, the most interesting thing anytime you are watching Barcelona play Rocket League or Barca here is what is Flakes going to be driving. So to see that as soon as we get into gameplay. Right now we'll see
Backfire.
Barca on defense. It is the Backfire, the old hot rod. There's a few different hot rods in Rocket League. This one is the original, and I don't, to my memory, there has never been a Backfire in Rocket League or in RLCS. Marky, did he do it in RLCS?
Yeah,
did he drive it in RLCS?
He scored the hat trick with it, the 14-second hat trick with the Backfire.
Well, it's been a long time and it's back. Still got the cockroach on top. We'll see how it holds up for Flakes here, as right now we've got Singularity in the blue up on offense. A clear from Ronicky, and the midfield he beats one in Nolly. We'll look for a touch back into offensive territory again. And a counter touch from Devo, back and forth. Both teams just kind of getting a long clear game going, but no real control developing for either side. That's through one. Devo looking for the trap. Godsmilla trying to crowd him off it. Now rotates back quickly. Ronicky up. Nolly with the read of the century. Flakes with a save. What a play to recover from a very sticky situation. Now they're going to try for round 2 here. Nolly up. Same sort of shot positioning. Can't find the second touch off the backboard. Singularity will not get that first goal just yet.
Yeah, I like that idea from Tho. Nolly absolutely ripped a shot on target. Ronicky trying to get the counterattack, but why not feed it to him again? He put such a great shot on target last time. But again, that Barca defense going to be tough to crack just because, they don't tend to make take too many risks, I should say. They've always got at least somebody ready.
Nolly looking for the dunk on Devo. Doesn't find him, and the pass comes up to Flakes, but Godsmilla will cover him up, push it back into the orange. And then Devo with a counter touch again. This one towards the goal. Flakes will look to pass it across. Is Ronicky there? No. Nolly will get it away. Now, Tho, airborne. Bounce it off of Devo and straight up. Godsmilla back to Tho. Can he find this angle? Gets one. Still got boost to work with to try and reach it, but Ronicky off the backboard will find a clear. Now back underneath him. Flakes up to Ronicky. No contact, and Tho will push it off to the corner to safety.
Everyone trying to figure out what they want to do with this one. And it absolutely is Barca just fending off the long pass play from Singularity here in Game 1. And then trying to make a solo dribble back down the other way. Like right here, Devo, he doesn't have many options. So he's just going to try and crack the defense. So, I mean, both teams getting their fair looks at the net. And actually, Tho, I for sure thought that someone was going to be back for this. I mean, he just taps it into the middle. It's over Ronicky's head. Flakes is the furthest one back, but he just grabbed the boost in the midfield. And Tho just placed the ball to the far side, and he couldn't reach it.
Yeah, smart placement from Tho. Just get it as far away from the defender as possible. And Singularity will take the first goal of game number 1. Here in a best of 5, got to win 3. Nolly lofts it, though, with the trap. Pinch off of Flakes to the side. Steals the boost and then rotates out. Godsmiller kind of gets tangled up with, though, on his rotation. And this open backfield will be covered up eventually. Now Nolly off the ceiling. Just to play it over the top of Flakes and chase it himself. So many flips on this flight. Roniki's able to muscle it back through that corner and get it back to the wall. He's got Devo in the midfield, looks for this pass, traps, sends it over, but Godsmill is able to intercept it. Nolly up high. Here comes though. This one towards the goal once more. Devo easily handles it and sends it away. Godsmill now looking for a double tap. He and Ronicky both miss. Here's Nolly now with just the I don't know, the jump at midfield. Now Flakes catches though in a sticky situation. Looks to flick him. Nearly gets it in. Oh, it's nearly in twice. And Nolly gets it away. Close one for Singularity as they hold on to the lead and now look for a counterattack.
Love that dribble from Flakes though. I mean, the idea to go for the backflip, just you try and get him locked into right before they cut into the middle of the net. And just that slow shot right over his head. It's a real test of defense to react in time and make that touch. And the fact they had to pull the second one out was just brutal.
Infield pass to Flakes. Shot is wide. Follow-up from will be blocked by Godsmilla. And now, though, with a quick counterattack again. Constantly just taking the shot straight down the center. Forcing Barça to fall back. Plays from retreating D. Now the setup for Ronicky doesn't make contact in the air. Flakes put it into the corner. Here comes Devo for the tie-in shot. Godsmill gets one block, and the rest of his team falls back. Nolly's able to flick it up in midfield by lots of time. And there will be no follow-up here for Barça.
Couple of big chances now for Barça on offense. Here's a tough ball. Ronicky, no sweat. Actually came right to him on that backboard. Didn't take as sharp an angle as I thought. You got to wonder, Singularity can hold out for another 20 seconds because Barça, these offensive chances getting more and more difficult to defend.
Flakes looks for the dribble. His players were crowding the goalie. Is anybody airborne? Devo was off to the side, just not quite ready. Had a different read on the play. And now Ronicky up to Flakes. Final attempt here. They've got to tie it in regulation. They got 3 seconds to do it. There's the flick over one. Back down. Nolly puts it into the ground. And Singularity steal game one.
Yeah, so that was actually an incredibly textbook game of Rocket League if you think about how it was all playing out. I mean, again, it really was just Team Singularity going for the one-touch big pass across the field, and then Barça just being in position to defend the one-time shot opportunity. Like Flakes makes a nice stop, and Barça always having someone ready to deal with that counterattack. And here's that one goal that they got. Ronicky was playing a little too close off that Devo solo effort, and Flakes was just grabbing boost, and that's why it's so important. You can't miss the open nets. It's like that's a shot that, yes, it's open, but it still demands precision to really be considered a goal-scoring chance. Because it's like it's so easy to just get lazy when you see the open net, especially when that counterattack is happening at speed and you're flipping forward, and you've got to make sure you get the right touch. Because the defense can still make it if you don't nail it. So well done to Tho to turn in the open goal on a quick counterattack.
Yeah, open goal recognition, so important in the RLCS to be able to understand when there is a shot to be taken and to take advantage of it. Because the simple goals like that one are worth the same amount as any double tap flip reset off the ceiling. So you want to be able to take just get any goal the other team gives you, and that's Singularity taking game number one. We'll see how Barça bounces back here in game two as we move on to Neo Tokyo. But yeah, honestly, not a lot of things that need to change here for Barcelona other than just getting the ball in the net.
Yeah, I think overall, I think Barça played the better game. Godsmilla just misses the tap off the wall. Can't get it under the crossbar, but in game one, overall, I'd pick Barca's chances over Singularity's.
It's Flakes looking for the setup here, though onto the side. Devo, nice and long to the far corner. Now Godsmilla with boost to work with, chases this down, forces Nolly up. Though, out of his corner, there's one touch and two to get it over the top of Devo, and to be able to actually get this one all the way down the field with no boost. Flakes' touch kind of distances himself. He's going to have trouble getting control of this, but it's just enough to get past both players. Though, who's rotated all the way back, makes the stop. Now gets up to block Devo. And now it's all up to Ronicky as Flakes moves in behind him. Midfield challenges are neutral, but still go in Singularity's favor just slightly.
There's that speed from Tho, just trying to keep the ball in possession for Singularity. It's what makes them such a tough team to contend with.
Though around the corner, here comes Nolly. Onto the goal, Devo gets it high and then follows it up himself as Godsmilla challenges. Now looking for a second touch, not going to be there, but the pass into the box is taken care of by Flakes. Though, we'll play to the edge and now look for a second touch past the front line offense. But though, out of boost now, is going to have to leave control. Ronicky does eventually get to advance. Devo, pass in field, double commit on defense, but they get all of it, all the way to the corner. Godsmilla now pressuring Ronicky here as he gets this one out to his teammates. Ronicky's up quickly on the second challenge. Two defenders, wide challenge, just leaves the back completely open, though just needs to not miss, and he won't. Another similar situation to game number 1 as Singularity strikes first.
Yeah, Ronicky really just floats that one across the box because all he needs is help, and Barca's not really under pressure. It's amazing that neither... Well, actually, no, I guess it makes perfect sense that neither Devo or Flakes would know that nobody from Singularity was in front of them because they have ball cam on while Ronicky's touching that ball across. So they see that ball float across, and they just see it go up in front of the box, and they think we got to get up and get that, and they both just dive at it, and voila, they'll scores another open one.
I mean, what was amazing to me was just how bad both their flights were. They were both way off, and my thought is they both took off, and then they both miscommunicated and somehow like thought the other was calling them off, and so they both bailed. That's the only thing I can make any sense of that positioning for me. But man, Singularity, there's again not missed the open net. This one's significantly more open than the one in game number 1, and again up by 1 now. Though, blast it from the midfield. Devo will stop it on the backboard and get it over the top of though. Now looks for a second touch, but Godsmilla wraps it around the corner. Ronicky not in a great position to take control of this, but Nolly actually gives him the space, so he'll be able to get this one high and then look for a pass from Devo. Devo pushes it up to him. Ronicky gets it on target. Can't even find the double tap. There's a bump on the goalie, but though comes in from the side before Devo can make the shot fast enough. And we're across halftime, still just the 1-0 in favor of Singularity. Here comes maybe another tying attempt. A shot from Ronicky too high. Devo in to finish it, blocked by Nolly. Ronicky already back up for it. Can't get it under the crossbar. Though blocks it, and it still goes in from Flakes. Finally, a tie game.
Nice ball from Devo there, just trying to drill that one into the middle. Tho and Nolly, I think they collided right there as they came out of the goal line. You can't really blame them considering the pressure they were under. Nice play from Barça, keeping the ball high, forcing the defense to cross over the path of each other and get in the way of everyone. And finally, after what feels like an eternity, able to jam one through.
And so many opportunities. They only get one for it, and now Singularity back up on offense again. Barcelona has had so many wonderful setups, so many wonderful situations, but only one goal to show for it across 2 games now. We'll see if they can secure the lead here at some point. There's a minute and a half left to go. Another goal, be able to kind of equalize the momentum. Devo looks for a crazy shot and finds it. Beautiful play from Barça as they take the lead.
It's the challenge right in the middle. They actually caught a piece of Nolly in the corner, so Devo, as he was chasing Nolly back the other way, got a piece of him and spun him out in the corner, so he wasn't going to be in position, and at that point, Devo just had to make sure it was in between the goalposts. Great aggression from Devo, and a wonderful shot.
Now Singularity trailing. Suddenly the hot seat switches over as Nolly looks to play it to Tho. Get a touch that really means much of anything, and the passes will come through for Barça. Now back into the corner. So set up high. A shot? No, the miss. Both players expecting the other to hit it and looking for a dunk. Final minute. Nolly over the top of 2. Ronicky up. Soft plays it to the corner. Ball is too wide for him to challenge again. Devo moves in quickly. Nolly with the stop. Though, out to Godsmilla. Here comes Ronicky in the backfield, makes a challenge. Nolly's up, looks for the pass back to Tho. Quick turn back in, looks for the pass. No, just a shot himself. Nolly's airborne for it, gets a pass Flakes, but couldn't put it on target. 30 seconds left. Godsmilla looking for the touch. Tho airborne again, a goalie demolished. That shot is good. Can he get there? Devo makes the diving save. Nolly up for it. The soft ones to the edge. Not good for Singularity. They're going to have to reposition with 18 seconds left. Godsmilla tries, Tho. Pass 2. It's up to Flakes on the backboard. Gets it off to the corner. Godsmilla moves to the edge, leaves it a miss from Singularity, but it sets up the cherry pick. Nolly tries, but misses the shot. Godsmilla, final attempt here, though, lofts it high. Can Godsmilla get in there? Oh my goodness, it'll hit the ground. Fireworks at the end of regulation, but Barça sneak it away and tie up the series.
Flakes with 2 brilliant defensive sequences at the end of that game. 2 big stops above the net. One on a quick read off a hard bounce, the other off of a tough bounce off that top corner, rotating out of the corner. Those 2 big clears give Barça the win. And Ronicky as well, he hit 201 saves that game in his career, so well done to Ronicky coming across with that one as well. So a good game for Barça, and they equalize.
Man, the defense there at the end, it was partially the defensive stand from Flakes as well as Devo. There was an open net that Devo had to fly back and make a diving save on, and those 7 saves from Barcelona in this game were extremely important, every single one of them. But there was also a number of opportunities from, I think, where Nolly was set up, and his shots were just wide or didn't turn into a shot at all. It would just kind of fluff off to the corner. And I feel like if they were able to put it on target every single time, eventually somebody makes a mistake, eventually they crack, but every opportunity SNG earned on the net wasn't taken advantage of there at the end of regulation.
There are a couple tough ones, like you said, where their balls passed into the corner, and it's kind of up in the air of, do you go for the redirect towards the goal, put it towards the backboard, or hit it into the middle? And it's just, I don't think it was necessarily the fault of Nolly or anyone on Singularity in particular. It's just a matter of, do you have the support there to make it work as Nolly punches one off the bar?
Now here comes the more challenge.
Flakes
Flakes will put it in on the pass from Ronicky. My goodness, Barça start off hot in game 3.
Flakes could see Ronicky's getting that touch as soon as it came off his car, went up and get it to go beat the defense. And tough play for Singularity off the kickoff, considering that everyone just scrambled for boost, had to use a lot of it, and then the ball's up high again, and Flakes just calm, cool, collected, picked his moment.
Flakes coming in for a second one here, bounces it off the ground. Devo tries, but flips back down onto the ground, knowing Godsmilla was there first, and now he was able to get a challenge because of it, though. We'll have to play this to his own corner. It'll be him up against Ronicky, gets over the top of one, looks for the dunk on Devo, but Devo gets more of it. Now Godsmilla in his corner, lofts it to the midfield. Ronicky will challenge, places it back into the blue once more, and Nolly will go for the catch and carry. Now over the top of Flakes, see if he can curve this one around to the goal. It's not going to happen, and Ronicky plays it off the backboard. Godsmilla's waiting on the ground. A miss from Godsmilla, though. We'll get a demolition. Flakes looks for the flick, and Nolly stops it. Back and forth, teams going for solo plays and running into solo defensive stands on both sides, as the first minute will come and go with Barça up by 1.
And Singularity definitely starting to work the magic a little bit here on. No.
Oh, it's in. Flakes, he capitalizes on just a slight defensive whiff, and now Barca's up by 2.
I jinxed it. Ronicky goes for the long clear. Nolly's right there. Just doesn't get a piece of it. Flakes just plays the ball and gets the clean counterattack, so I feel bad. I'm sorry, Singularity. I didn't mean to do it to you like that.
They finally crack. 3:47 on the clock. Nolly off the edge, though, with an attempt. He goes neutral. Ronicky adjusts, and now he's looking to play Godsmilla. Gets it faked under him. Gets the pass out to Flakes. Can he finish this off on the double tap? No, gives though time. He needed to put it in on the first touch, and now the counterattack. Singularity flying down. Flakes got to retreat on the defense as though picks up the boost instead of going for the pass, and that gives everybody on Barça time to get on defense here, and shot doesn't even go towards the goal yet. Now Godsmilla looking for a double tap up against Devo. Not going to get a touch on it as Devo clears it straight off that backboard. And though, with the pass out, a great interception from Flakes and what was easily going to be the first goal for Singularity. Ronicky through the air. Challenge from Godsmilla is good for 1. Here goes though, over the top. Devo has to adjust on the wall, gets it off, and though nearly reads it, but Devo again has another one. And the defensive master continues.
Yeah, Devo, he actually missed that ball off the backboard bounce, but he got the touch as it came off of that Singularity player, so he ends up making the big defensive stop. That's got to be the most frustrating thing for Singularity in this series, is another shot from Tho out of the corner. Godsmilla just trying to keep the pressure going, and they just don't have a way to break down that Barca wall. Devo had a great defensive week last week, and he's continuing to be a nuisance.
Oh, the stops in the box again. We've crossed halftime in game 3. There's the touch out to Nolly. Onto the backboard. Can he follow this up? Nearly gets the touch. What a recovery! Nolly with the shot of the day so far to get Singularity on the board.
Nice job from Godsmill off the sidewall. Nolly just goes for it. And that is an exercise in finesse. The timing needs to be perfect. The angle needs to be perfect to keep it into the top of the goal. That is a difficult shot. And Nolly, true mastery right there.
Now the understanding too, if he hits it with the underside of his car, it's so much more easily saved, so goes for the much higher difficulty shot of flipping the car over. Get more power on it, make it more difficult on the defense, but also significantly easier to miss. Now some teamwork from Singularity as they look to tie this up onto the backboard. Nolly up. He and Devo both missed, though. Quickly turns on this one, though. Still gets a piece of it. Now Ronicky up against Godsmilla. Goes for the slow plays. Godsmilla pops it high. Flakes getting chased by Nolly, and from behind, he'll push it onto the backboard. Now, though, looking to catch. Gives the pass across the Godsmilla. Fires from the midfield. Open net recognition. The name of the game for Singularity as they tie it up.
Devo just trying to delay there in the midfield, was expecting Tho to get a boomer of a touch off that sidewall, so he started heading back to his own half. Then he saw that ball get popped into the middle, thought maybe he can circle around, but at the end of the day, did not see Godsmilla sitting there in the midfield, and he fired a laser towards the goal. No chance for Barça.
135. We got a game tied up at 2. A series tied up at 1 apiece, and Godsmilla airborne to try and get the lead. Ronicky gets it through, and it's all to Tho, who makes the stop at midfield. Pass back to Godsmilla, onto the backboard. Devo pushes it off, back to midfield.
Woo!
Nolly to the backboard with speed. Ronicky gets just enough of a piece of it to send it away. Now back in front of the box, Devo with the touch. Ronicky and Devo now advancing on offense. Ronicky struggling to gain control. And Nolly able to move into this corner. Looking for the pass, the setup for Tho. Oh my goodness, the stave comes through, but Godsmilla, is the shot placement good? No, just too high. Nolly with the third shot blocked by Ronicky. 50 seconds left, still tie game in game 3.
Demanded precision there from Singularity. It needed to be in the one spot in the top corner. Just overdid it, and Barça now have a chance to get their feet set on defense, make the strong clear, and force overtime.
Though with the shot, Flakes gets just enough to stop it from going in, but is it enough to keep the follow-ups away? 27 seconds on the clock. Flakes trying to dribble out. Godsmilla gets it up. Nolly with a touch over the front of the defense. Godsmilla past Devo as though there. He's just got to find a way to get it under the corner, but he couldn't do it. Ronicky now back to midfield. Nolly will stop it, and they're keeping this ball trapped in the orange. But finally, a miss on defense. Flakes looks for the play. Underneath, Godsmilla, Flakes in the backfire, gets the lead with 6 seconds left.
You always know something crazy is going to happen. Perfect first touch from Flakes, gives himself so many options, and Godsmill a bit on the high flick into the top of the net. Flakes let it fall down, couldn't make the adjustment, and Flakes delivers the big goal.
My goodness, 3 seconds left. Singularity's got to get it right here, right now. Godsmilla will go for the catch, but just couldn't keep it off the ground. And oh my goodness, a back and forth, but Barça there take it away after getting equalized quickly. Well done to Flakes. Brilliant performance for him on both sides of the ball. Savior medal and hat trick.
Big game from Flakes is absolutely right. 700-point game. Ronicky getting the assists and the saves behind him. And a tough game for Barça. The defense definitely the winner there, as Team Singularity turned in a couple big goals, had them under a lot of pressure. They only had one small window to shoot through, and thankfully Godsmilla couldn't nail that top right corner shot. Finally broke out with 8 seconds left, and Flakes delivers the big dribble goal, and that's why everyone has been so pleased with Flakes this season. He's been such a treat to watch, and the fact that he does it with all the fun cars makes it all the sweeter.
He's changing the way we think about cars in Rocket League. I love this man. Yeah, no, Singularity, so many good opportunities, such a strong defensive stand here. I mean, we've been talking about Devo's saves. He only had 2 in this game, but the man is currently the all-time record holder for saves in a game, in a single game. He got 12 back a few seasons ago. And the funny thing is, when he got those 12, he broke his own record previously of 7 that he set in the grand finals of season 2. So that Devo is absolutely a defensive master since the beginning of the game, and it continues to hold up strong here for Barça.
Woo.
As the shot comes out, the kickoff, Ronicky immediately gets Barça on the board.
Yeah, Devo just gets on top of that ball and goes right over Nolly's head. Perfect follow-up from Ronicky. The importance is that you just keep it strong towards the goal. It's always going to be a tough save as long as it's not right at the defender. Ronicky executed.
And that's Barça again with a lead, an early goal. They've got everything they need to win this series now, up by 2 on match point. The defensive masters can just hunker down if they want, but I have a feeling they'll continue to look for more. Devo down to Ronicky. Plays it back to the corner Devo was just in. The defense a little bit struggling here as Flakes gets a pass to Godsmill, no touch. Devo's not quite able to get the immediate follow-up, and though is able to get it out. Godsmill with an extension. Defense holds. Devo's got to play to this corner. Block any follow-up from Nolly. He makes the attempt, but though in the midfield with past 1, and they're just lucky Barca's a little bit low on boost, or else this was an immediate counterattack. Here comes Godsmilla. Passing in the midfield, but nobody is there. Though and Nolly both back on defensive. Demolition from Godsmill will actually open up the door for Though to come in quickly, but Devo's able to win 1 challenge. And now Nolly looking for the pass. Ronicky's got this one. Godsmilla now across the field, though, adjusts and tries to challenge. It's 1, but not able to find a second touch, and Flakes emerges with control. Only 6 boost and now demolished, but Ronicky quickly closes that door. Back and forth here in the first minute of the game.
And you're going to really see Singularity trying to work those dribble plays, but as you said, defense from everybody, especially Devo as well, on that Barca squad has just been so stingy. I definitely think the only reason they're winning this series is the defense. What? And you're kidding. As I say, the defense is the only reason they're winning. Nobody finds a touch as Ronicky floats one off to the middle.
And then Flakes did not read the shot fast enough is the only understanding I have there. Like, he's definitely cheated up, but a player as good as him could, I think, can adjust on that ball and make the stop. Just for a moment was just like, had the wait, what? And that was the moment they lost that goal. But a tie game, Singularity, again, this is the value of just putting shots on target. You force them to think perfectly and play perfect defense, and then a momentary lapse gives you the tying goal, and they might get us all the way to game 5. 3:12 on the clock. Pass out to Ronicky onto the backboard. Godsmill up high, Devo through 1. Now Nolly to Though. And Though stretch for this. Ronicky on the backboard gets it away. Now out to Devo. Godsmill in the goal. Back away. Nolly and Though double commit, but a solid clear to go with it. And now this will give them offensive positioning. Though over the top of 1. Is it just in? No! Flakes makes the stop on this one, and now gets the play past Nolly. Stretches to try and keep the ball going, but no, Godsmill is able to shut the door on him and keep it in the corner. Right here at halftime, tied up at 1 apiece. Barcelona with match point, but Singularity knocking on the door. Here comes Nolly looking for it. Ronicky, the backboard defense, very strong from Barca so far this series.
Oh, what a challenge from Flakes.
Gets that one away. Though in the corner again. Godsmill up against Ronicky. Ronicky plays it safe. Devo waits for Nolly to come into the corner and plays second touch on him, gets him beat. Flakes off to the edge, no one's there. Godsmill should have this one for free, but plays it right back into the middle. Devo now picks up control. Lucky for him, he just booms it. Godsmill won't be punished for the pass to the enemy. Here comes Devo, out to Ronicky with options, takes the near post. Nolly gets the block, and now looking for the counterattack himself. Barca set up on defense. Nolly with a miss on the wall. Though we'll try to challenge it off of Devo's hood. Now Godsmill is going to have to use all his boost just to keep us in the air. Gets a pass 2, has 11 left, but not going to be able to do anything with it. Flakes in goal will get the clear.
It feels like Singularity every now and again. They just look for those passes across the pitch to see if anyone's there on their own side. They're definitely holding the offensive pressure. They just had the demo, and Nolly just put that into the moon.
That was definitely an open net. Thing that's kept them in the series has been scoring open nets. They can't miss those. 1 minute remaining. Though looks for another demolition. Nolly comes in again, but now lofted high. Here comes Though. Godsmill is too far back. There won't be the follow-up. Though now looking for Nolly. You get it. The defense all amok in the own goal. Oh my goodness! Flakes puts it on to Ronicky's hood and it goes in.
So I was really curious how Nolly was going to approach that. Does he try and jam it and get the dunk? or does he just go for the clean shot? He elects to go for the block on the clear, gets above the ball, stuffs it right back down, and everyone on the goal line just sitting there for Barça. It was almost a guaranteed to just tip off of someone and go in.
Yeah, for sure. And Singularity with 40 seconds left have the lead. Can they hold on to it? And Godsmilla with a miss, and net Ronicky will get it, but though adjusts quickly and gets a security goal. 3-1 now for Singularity.
And out of nowhere, feels out of reach. Though dodges a demo on his own half. Godsmilla comes up empty, forces Ronicky to make the awkward save with the momentum going past the ball. And he ends up just dropping it right into the middle of the box. Tough break there for Barça. They're playing the strong shot. They get the whiff. They can't make the clear to keep it close.
30 seconds remaining. They've got to get a goal right now. They want to finish it off here in game 4, or else we go to game 5. Devo lofted across, though, airborne. Just plays it to the corners. Safe play, all that matters right now. And there was probably the best look that Barca's going to get in regulation, and that one's going to do the games. They get it all the way to the corner here. Barca's got to just try and look for this clear. There's no way to score 2 goals at this point. Game 5 inbound. Who would have thought? A game that all of the desk, and Leaf and Gibbs and I did predictions yesterday. Not a single one of us really gave Singularity much of a chance against Barcelona, and yet they have fought back. And now up against the moment of truth.
It's a great series from Singularity. They're definitely showing they're capable of boxing in Barça. The defense is looking good for Barça, but every now and again, a couple of them slip through. That pressure builds and builds and builds, or they make an awkward mishap like the opener on this goal where Flakes was just too far forward on the box. And then this is that put away goal from Tho. And it's just every now and again, a weird mishap happens, and Ronicky just drops it right into the middle to put the game out of reach, and Tho scores a nice goal. So tough break for Barca. The defense under pressure, and they broke here in game 4, and they got to go another 5 minutes.
That second goal, the goal that gave them the lead, Nolly got more of that than I initially gave him credit for. It looked to me very much like Flakes just beamed it off his own crossbar, but no, Nolly definitely pressures that one in, so much more of a forced own goal than just a double error from Barca. But still, for a team that's been really lighting it up on the defense there, only 4 saves from them, none of them from Devo, and he found himself definitely on kind of out of the box more often than not in this series. And it was good to see them. I was glad to see Singularity able to get back into that series too, because there was so many opportunities that Nolly had. Again, I feel like this has happened multiple times where Nolly's got an opportunity to score and just completely sends the ball some other direction. So I'm glad to see that he doesn't get punished for that. Their mental can stay intact here as we get into game 5. Can Barca finish them off finally? As it's been a back and forth. They put on pressure immediately, but Nolly manages to play well on the defense here. And a kill in the corner. Devo, they struggle to get this one out, though. Looking for the pass to Godsmilla. Back over onto the wall. Plays this back out, though. Lurking onto the backboard. Nolly nowhere to be seen. Ronicky with a miss, though. Nolly does come in quickly. Keep the pressure on, gets a demolition on the Flakes, opens up the door for Though. Back onto the backboard again. Devo will try to trap this one, give his teammates time to respawn and get resituated. And actually beats 2 players on the wall, nearly finds the third. Nolly to trap this one back down against Though. Now in position with a third of a tank, gets the pass across. No, somehow the block comes through as Nolly just absolutely crashed the goal line. The ball does not go in.
And Singularity doing a great job whenever that ball gets rolling around the corner, just putting a little hitch in the step as they go around that corner to freeze the defense and try and open a hole. And it's given them some great passing opportunities. Flakes steals one away, though, and Ronicky might be able to put this one away after Flakes gets done with it.
He tried. Not going to happen there. It's Nolly off the edge. Devo back in. Ronicky with the shot towards the goal. One block. Those airborne already. Godsmilla dives but can't reach it. Flakes gets the first goal of game 5.
Devo just stealing away the corner boost. Floats one up into the middle. Godsmilla. That's actually the right play. Just jump and defend that top of the goal towards the top right. Defend the strong shot. He really does the best he can. And unfortunately, Barca sends the house and they get the job done.
Can we just talk about Godsmilla's recognition as he gets the first block, as he's landing, immediately jumps in the direction, correctly predicts where the shot's going to go, and nearly makes a second save. As the setup's there, Nolly will get this one away. Flakes with a brilliant job setting up a shot in front of his net, but Barca not going to challenge on it, and some misses as the ball travels the length of the field. Gives Devo control. But Godsmilla doing everything he can to keep his team involved and in the running for the win.
Nice. Great midfield defense there from Ronicky, but a huge bump from Tho. Actually forces Barça off that ball. We'll get a nice little reset here.
Though with the chase, keeps that ball in Flakes' dead zone. Now back out to Flakes looking for a shot. It's just a bit wide. Godsmilla will push it to the edge. Now Though, out to challenge, past one. Ronicky, Tho's got the read on him. Can he beat the third player as well? Ronicky quickly comes in to cut that one back off, but here's Nolly with a shot opportunity. Flakes gets the save. Now back into the corner. Though looks for goalies, doesn't find anything. This one dangerous, but Devo doesn't get much of a touch. Godsmilla comes in, it's just wide. Ronicky should be able to dribble this one, and now up against Though, getting chased by Godsmilla from behind. Though goes for the carry. Ronicky nearly puts it in, and Godsmilla is able to pick that up off of Nolly's hood. It just bounces off of him. Lucky touch, and 2:09 left to go. Barca still holding on to the 1-goal lead. They nearly made it 2 there.
Nolly so smart. I mean, he was on the goal line, and as that ball came down at him, hit the reverse button at the last moment as Tho almost punched it off his own goalpost into the goal. Couple of tough saves here for Singularity, and Nolly with the biggest one.
Godsmilla to Nolly. Extends it to the backboard. Devo with a touch to the side, but Godsmilla is there. No real strong position here, but Nolly moves up now, descends the shot on the ground. Ronicky holds it and gets the block. Now Devo versus Godsmilla, off to the edge. Devo dribbles through one. Nolly with an edge catch, and now back to the far side.
One-on-one.
Got the dribble up against Ronicky. He's got Flakes counting him from the back, and he'll get it off of his hood. 1:17 left to go. Here comes Though through the air. Lots of boost in the tank, gets it past one. Flakes keeps it high and off to the corner. Nolly trying one last attempt to get any defenders. Got them both to jump, but Devo makes the stop. Was no shot there to really make use of any demolitions he did get. Though and Godsmilla tangled up in the corner. Godsmilla gets it over the top of one, chases it himself, but loses it to Devo. 50 seconds left, and the clear game has just been so strong. Barcelona continuing to block any opportunities for Singularity to come back into this. Happy just to pop it to the corner over and over again. Though through the air once more, but Ronicky intercepts, Flakes up against it, Nolly gets it off to the corner. Godsmilla crowds on in, gets the pass out, but Though is through the air. He and Nolly both up, no follow-up after the offensive double commit. Godsmilla will try and pass across. Thou's got to tie this up, can't make it happen. 25 seconds left. Godsmilla with a third pass out of that corner. Nolly airborne for the third attempt. Is it good? No! Flakes gets the save. Though will try, but that was the best look they were going to get. 14 seconds left, and the slow play to burn the clock down. Barcelona knows they've got him in the bag. Though trying with desperation to go through the air. He's got Nolly to work with. The defense not necessarily great, but Nolly doesn't crash. Godsmilla, the pop over one. No, couldn't do it. Clock has expired. Nolly's got to keep this one up for so long. Those got an edge, but do they have any position to keep it alive? Devo should be able to kill this, and Barcelona stave them off on the goal line and take the series in 5.